Hi, this is Dr. Young. I'm going to go over your group project. Your group project is a paper. It is a Microsoft Word document. Each team member will have their own portions to complete. Now, basically what you're doing is you're going to create a project that is a hypothetical HR department of your own. So, let's talk about content first. I'm going to cover that first, and then I'm going to talk about how you're going to get together with your team members. The content is it's a Microsoft Word document, and it covers all of the minimum bullet points here, which is introduce your HR department, its makeup and structure, and its placement within the organization. I'm not going to read all of these because you can read them, but what I can tell you, as you've seen in week 1, some of what you've already done that just submitted is kind of, you can use what you've done for this project. Now, everyone probably has done something different, which is fine, but that's part of the team effort here. So what I'm trying to say is that the things that you do, the homework that you do each week is practice for this group project. So what I'm looking for is all of these bullets need to be covered very well. You can add more. You can if you've got other things you want to put into this presentation, that's fine too, but this is the minimum that must be covered. Now, as with anything, especially a project like this, it's subjectively graded as far, what I'm just looking for is how well you cover each one in your paper. And you are required to use sources. You will use your text, I'm sure. It needs to be cited in APA style. This paper needs to be written in APA style. So, the thing, like I said, the good thing about this project is everything you do each week is kind of practice for this. So, by the time you get to writing, actually finish writing this, you probably will have, you should have covered everything, and it will be, it kind of makes it easier when you've had a practice assignment before you have to do this. So, basically, that's it. It is due at the end of week 7, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. It is 1 report per team. Now, what I want you to do, here's what I want you to do. You, as a team, will decide who's the leader, or if there's a leader, or who's going to delegate, or who wants to do which part. That is your call. That is your responsibility. But whatever parts you take, what I want you to do is on the, I don't know where, let's just say maybe around the page number or somewhere. I know this is weird because I don't want, I want the paper to be formatted like a paper, but somewhere on the paper, maybe by the page number is fine. I know this is kind of out of order. I want you to write your name. If it's part of maybe a part of a footer or something. Or in the upper corner, depending on where you put your page number. I want you to write your name on your part. Why? Well, yes, you are graded as a group. But if 4 of you give me just a great, amount of material and you're just well written, your part's well written, makes sense, all the pieces are in place, and then one team member gives me a page of, or half a page of something that's just like they didn't even, hardly put any effort in it, I'm not going to give that person the same grade. I'm not going to do that. So I want to know which part you did. And so I want you to label it, but I want the paper to be one uniform document. I want it formatted in APA style. The only thing that's going to be different is I just want you to be, I want your name somewhere on there where I can see that you did this part. Obviously, in APA format, your name would not be, I don't want what I don't want is I got a team member of 5 students and 5 separate papers. That's not what I want. But I need to know which part you did do. I want to know that because I feel like I can't be fair if I don't know that. Because if you have a team member that's not giving, that's not participating at all, I need to know that too. But that's what I would ask of you. So it's one report. I don't take late. I will say this: you have to get your part done in time, because if your team submits me a report and then you don't have a part in it, you can't submit it late. You cannot submit this late. No exceptions. No exceptions. So, that's really all. As you go through the week, as the weeks progress, you should be able to, we've already, like this week, we're doing a mission statement. There you go. But you need to make sure to include the administrative, operational, and strategic role of HR department. So you're going to, divvy up all this. Excuse me, divvy up all this stuff here. And, you're going to decide what to do. Now, where are you going to do that? Well, I'm just going to take you there right now. Your group study section. You've already been divided into teams here. When you click on a team, you have your own discussion board. You have emails or email group. You can email your group. You can see who your group members are here. And in your group, you could also do a, collaborate section right here. So, my best advice to you is get on that board, start emailing your classmates, someone take the lead. It's your responsibility to get this done and to get everyone, each one of you has you need to talk to your other teammates and decide amongst yourselves who's going to do what part. Talk about what you feel like your strengths are, decide what you're most comfortable doing, get out there, volunteer on the board and say, I'll do this or whatever section, and get the ball rolling now as soon as you can. If you have questions, email me. Any concerns, let me know, but I expect you to be able to get your team together on this and decide who's going to do what, set your deadlines. I wouldn't waste time, because once you've all done your parts, you're going to need to have, honestly, you might, want to pick someone to edit, review for content. You want to have time to do editing. Don't just say, oh, here's my part, and then everyone says, okay, somebody put this document together, and then somebody copies and pastes everything in one document and turns it in. No, because that's not going to work either, because it's probably going to need to be edited very carefully, and somebody needs to take that responsibility. So I'm just kind of putting that out there for you so you understand this document needs to be clean, well written, and cohesive and well organized. So that's really all there is to it. I know that sounds like it's so simple, doesn't it? But if you have any questions, let me know. If somebody doesn't participate, again, let me know. I don't want it. I don't want to give someone an A who doesn't deserve it. Which, with the team projects, it's one of the things that, follow these suggestions here, which are good. Which I kind of talked about already, is get on there early, set some ground rules. If someone is taking a leadership role in this team, set some meeting times, and meeting times might not be something that everyone can do, but at least set some deadlines as far as I need this by this time, kind of give yourself a some time as well to, get everyone's contribution, because, and you don't have to do it this way, but usually one person will end up putting it together. But here's the thing. If you put it together, that's fine, but every team member needs to write something. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have 5 team members and you have 4 of them writing it, and then the 5th one says, well, I'll just put it together and edit it. Well, no, every team member needs to write a part for a grade. Every team member. Somebody is going to have to take up the editing role, or maybe you want to divide it among all of you. Well, okay, 5 of you write a part, 5 of you take a part of the presentation, and then you switch and say, okay, all of you will edit someone else's part. That's fine too. I don't care. Those are just some possibilities. It's all up to you. It's your call. This is your project. So make sure it's polished. Make sure it looks professional. Not too busy, but not too plain. Let me get the project rubric out here. Okay. And the first part's all the content requirements, which we just kind of went over. It's the same. It's on the list. You will use sources. You will need to use sources. You will need to cite them in APA style. Correct APA style. Again, APA. I'm not going to go over that again. If anybody has, excuse me again, any, questions about APA style, I'll tell you what, go to the OWL at Purdue. OWL at Purdue. I just love it. It's the best site ever. Let's see. I said Purdy. Purdue. I can spell. All right. Yes, I can spell. I really can. Okay, so let's go to the sample paper. I use this solid. I used to use it when I was doing my thesis and dissertation. And I think it's great. It's just and the site's wonderful, but, here's a properly formatted APA style paper. See that? There, just go up here. I'm sorry, it's kind of cut off here. Just this site right here. I think I'll post it on my class news as well. But, if you need a model. But anyway, if you have any questions as you're going through and completing this, please let me know. I'll be happy to assist you. There's always bumps in the road on these things, but we can always work it out. Yes, this will be submitted to turn it in as well. The final report will have to be submitted to turn it in. Someone will have to submit it. You pick out who's going to do that on your own team. So that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day.